Pick up with problem number 11. Problem number 11, the directions say to factor the polynomial. And the problem is x squared plus 8xy plus 16y squared. This is a perfect square trinomial. X is a square, 16y squared is a square. You can also look at what two numbers multiply, give me 16 and add up to 8. Either way, it's going to turn out the same way. But with x squared, I'm going to put x here and x here. I've got 16y. It needs to add up to 8, so it's going to be a plus 4y and a plus 4y. That multiplies together to give me 16y squared. The outers would be 4xy and the inners would be 4xy, so it would end up being 8xy. Another way to write this is x plus 4y squared. So, okay, number 12. Number 12 is 81x squared. Yep. Minus 36xy plus 4y squared. Again, this is a square number. This is a square number. So when that happens, this is likely a perfect square trinomial. Let's try that. To get 81x squared, I'm going to put 9x and 9x. To get 4y squared, I'm going to put 2y and 2y. If this is a minus, it means they're both negative. So they multiply to give me a positive, but add together to give me a negative. So let's check the outers and the inners. The outer will give me minus 18xy, because 9 times 2 is 18. The inners will give me minus 18xy, so together that does make 36xy. So another way to write 9x plus 2y times 9x plus 2y is 9x. Sorry, not plus, it's minus. 9x minus 2y times 9x minus 2y would be 9x minus 2y squared. Number 13. X cubed minus 125. So now we're to our difference. This is a subtraction, difference of cubes. So what you've got to figure out is what is being cubed. To get x cubed, I'm cubing x. To get 125, I'm cubing 5. So this factors to x minus 5. Your first sign is the same as the problem. And then you square the first thing being cubed. Whatever your term is that's being cubed, you square it. And then it's the opposite sign, so it'd be plus, and then you find the product, so it's 5x. And then the last term is always positive. It's the same, opposite, always positive, or some people remember that as SOAP. So I square the first, then I multiply the two together, so 5x, and then I square the last. 5 squared is 25. So x minus 5 times x squared plus 5x plus 25 is how x cubed minus 125 factors. And number 14 is a sum of cubes. It's t cubed plus 64. So this is t that's being cubed, and this would be 4 that's being cubed. So it's going to be t plus 4, same sign. And then I square the first one, t squared, and then it's going to be minus because it's opposite. And then it's the product of the two, so 4 times t. And it's going to be plus because it's always positive, and then I square the 4, and I get 16. All right, 15 is 49x squared plus 16. This doesn't have a GCF, and it also isn't a difference of squares because there's a plus here. So this one is prime. It would have to have a minus in between here to be able to be factored. 16, 81 k squared minus 49m squared. This is a difference of squares. All right, 81k squared minus 49m squared. This is a difference of squares. You see the minus here? That means it's the difference. And 81k squared is a square number, and so is 49m squared. So I put a 9k here and 9k here. This would be 7m and 7m, and one gets a plus and one gets a minus. So my answer for 16 is 9k plus 7m and 9k minus 7m, which is A. All right, number 17. Number 17, 216 s cubed plus 1. This is an indication that we're talking about a cube, so it's the sum of cubes. To get 216, it's going to be 6s. 216s cubed is 6s, and then The cube root of 1 is 1. So this factors to 6s plus 1, and then you square the first term, so that'd be 36s squared, and then it's going to be minus the product of these two, so 6s times 1 is 6s, and then it's going to be plus, because it's always positive, 1 squared, which is 1, and that's how that factors. 18. (16x squared minus 81). This has two terms. It's a difference of squares, square numbers, so it's 4x and 4x, and plus 9 and minus 9, because 9 times 9 is 81. Number 19. This is going to be a factor. I'm going to go to the next screen. Number 19. This is going to be a factor by grouping. I didn't have enough room on that other one. X cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x minus 6. So divide it up here. Look for a GCF out of your first two. That'd be x squared, and so that'll leave me with x to make x cubed plus 2. And then here I'm going to take out a negative 3, and that'd be times x plus 2. So x plus 2 is the common factor, and x squared minus 3. X squared minus 3 is my other factor. This can't be factored. If it was x squared minus 1, if 3 was a square number, then this would be a difference of squares, but since it's not, I am done. So that's my answer for 19. Number 20. Bn plus n plus b plus 1. All right, I'm going to take out an n, and then I'd get b plus 1. And here I'm just going to take out a 1, and it'd be b plus 1. So my common factor is b plus 1, and my other factor is going to be n plus 1. See, here there's nothing in common, so that's why I write a 1 down in front. Got to write some kind of factor down in front. All right, 21. T squared plus 5t plus 3t plus 15. Out of the first two, I can take out a t, and I have t plus 5. Out of the last two, I can take out a 3, and it'd be t plus 5. So my common factor is t plus 5, and my other factor is t plus 3. So that's how that factors. I'll go ahead and finish these. I know I'm getting close to 10 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and finish these right quick. 22, 2x cubed plus 6x. The first thing I want to do is see if it has a GCF, which it does, and that's 2x. That'd be x squared plus 3, and then I'm done because this is not a difference of squares, so this can't be factored. So all I can do in 22 is take out a GCF. 23. They've already done the first step for me. 4m times 3, whoops, I wrote that wrong. 4m times 3 minus m plus 3n times 3 minus m. So my common factor is 3 minus m. And then my other factor is going to be 4m plus 3n. So that is 4m plus 3n and 3 minus n, a. All right, two more. 24. Is a big one. 72 x to the 7th y to the 8th plus 84 x squared y to the 5th plus 60 x to the 4th y squared. I am not sure what will go into 72, 84, and 60. So I'm going to break these down. 72 is 8 times 9, 8 is 2 times 4, 4 is 2 times 2, and 9 is 3 times 3. So 72 is 2 cubed times 3 squared, and then I have x to the 7th and y to the 8th. 84, let's do 2 times 42, that'd be 2 times 21, and 3 times 7. So 2 squared times 3 times 7, x squared y to the 5th. And 60, I'll do 4 times 15, that's 3 times 5, and 2 times 2. So I get 2 squared, 3, and 5, and then x to the 4th, y to the 2nd. So my GCF is, if I'm looking here, this is a 2 cubed, this is a 2 squared, this is a 2 squared, so I can have a 2 squared. I've got a 3 squared, a 3, and a 3, and then a 3. I don't have 7s or 5s anywhere. I've got x to the 7th, x to the 2nd, x to the 4th, so I can take out x to the 2nd. And looks like y to the 2nd is the highest one, so that's 2 squared, 4 times 3, 12, x squared, y squared. And if I take that out, be 12 times 6, x to the 5th, y to the 6th. To make the first term, I'm running out of room here, plus 12 times, it'd be 7. Let's see, I'm taking out x squared, so that's gone. I'm taking out y squared, so I've got y cubed left. And it's going to be plus 12 times 5, x squared, and that's it because I'm taking out the y squared. So this factors to 12, x squared, y squared in front. So my answer is C. And your last one, 25. 4x plus cy plus cx plus 4y factors to, there's nothing in common here. Let's rewrite this so that we have, let's put it in a different order. 4x plus 4y and then cy plus cx. Or cx plus cy will probably be better. Alright, now the first two I can take out a 4, and I've got an x plus y, and now the last two I can take out a c. I've got an x plus y. If it happens that you don't have anything in common, see if you can rearrange. Like I see these two both have a c, and the first and the last both have a 4, so I'm rewriting them so that it'll turn out right. The common factor is x plus y, and the other factor is 4 plus c. So that answer is B. Be careful because cannot be factored as a choice, and it couldn't be factored at first, but if I look at it in a different order, it can. So be sure and check that. And a big thank you to First Period for letting me complete this video so I didn't have to stay at school late. And good luck on your test tomorrow.